Alrighty guys, so welcome back to my channel today, and we are doing another Sims 4 DeLuco current household update for the month of, what's today? The month of February. I forget what month it was, and it's only February 1st. But today, I am doing an update for you guys, but I want to show you guys this portion of the video first, and then we'll hop into game later in the video. But this website is the most helpful known to man. I love this website so much. It has helped me through so much when it comes to current households and family trees and everything. Even though we do have the Sims 4 genealogy family tree in the game, it just really seemed a little bit too confusing to me. But this website right here is called theplumtreeapp.com. It has really helped me to really focus and see the whole family as a whole. So that is what it has helped me with. So if you want to check it out, I will link it down below for you guys to use. But if you want to see a tutorial on how I did all this family tree, let me know in the comments below, and I will definitely try and do one suitable for your Sims needs and your needs as well. So anywho, so this family tree is very, very dysfunctional and very confusing. So this is a DeLuco family tree, and then we also have Marie's family tree over here. This is her family tree over here, and then we also have the Song family, which is Joanna Anderson now family tree, her family tree, and then we also have Colette's family tree, which is very, very small. So that is pretty much it there. But I want to show you guys the DeLuco family tree because it's called the DeLuco family current household video. Anywho, so up here we have is Deacon DeLuco. The weird thing, he's a vampire. But the weird part is that Joseph is not a vampire. So back when they were kind of young, when Joseph was kind of a young child, and what really happened when he was like about, I think he was 6 years old. Yeah, he was about 6 years old when Joseph was 6 years old. Don't even know how many times I have to say that. So when he was 6 years old, his father Deacon was actually, he was always a vampire. He kept it a secret from his family, like his distant family, like his relatives and his siblings and his parents and stuff like that, even though they were vampires. But it was they actually weren't vampires. Now that I think of it, Deacon's like the very first family vampire, and he dated a human. He had a baby called Joseph DeLuco, but the mother died, so that's why I didn't really include her into this family tree. But with Deacon's family, they were all humans, but he was cursed. He was cursed by this witch, and it was really, really weird. And I don't know how it happened, but somehow, it's like you never want to mess with a witch because you never know what the witch will do to you. So what happened was that I think he stole something from her from like, I think 200 odd some years. No, he's not that old. He is not 200 years old. He's actually 400 something odd years old. And, yeah, so he's 400 years old, but he's already dead now. So like around, he was like, I think he was about 200 years old by the time, like when he was 200 years old, the witch cast a spell, a curse on him, made him to a vampire, and it made his life so miserable. He was constantly having headaches, heartaches, and, well, not really heartaches technically, his body aches. He was sizzling, he was burning, and he really didn't know how to cope with it. He didn't know how to control it, and the thirst was real. The thirst was really real for him, and he didn't know how to control it. So what Deacon had to do is make this ring where he can walk into the sunlight. Literally, I've been watching too much Vampire Diaries. This is where it came all to be. So that's where it came from. But yeah, he made this ring. Well, kind of, he had a witch friend. Like, he had a quote-unquote witch friend who, like, she was a secretly, like, she was a secret witch. So he went to his quote-unquote witch friend, and she made him a ring too so he can walk out in sunlight. And then after that, he was kind of like going around town, meeting some people. They kind of discovered that he was a little bit more different. He didn't seem normal. So the townspeople of Italy back in like 18 whatever, and they kind of ran him out of town. They ran him out of town. Basically like, you are shunned, you're banned from this place. They were back in the old country. And like about, let's like roll a bit more forward when he got to about the age of like 309, well no, 300, age 350, I believe. Yeah, no, age 363, I believe. I think that around that age he was born, when he had that when he had Joseph, technically. He met a human. They got married. They had a kid named Joseph, and that's where he came to be. But what really is that since Joseph is not a vampire, it was Deacon's blood, since he was cursed. His blood doesn't pass from generation to generation. It's like it literally skips generations. Like you don't know how many generations it skips, but it skips generations to generations. And the one vampire that like it skipped Joseph, it skipped Valentino, it skipped Case, it skipped these other kids as well. But the one child that was cursed with the vampire trait, with the vampire, was Orson DeLuco, and he is a vampire. And it shocks me, like his parents don't know that about the family, like the family tree and the whole family being a vampire. They don't really like, Valentino kind of knows, but didn't like really choose to like listen and kind of understand. But also Case doesn't know at all. Like he doesn't know a darn thing about it. But Orson is a vampire. But I feel like Joseph told Valentino and Case, so they kind of know, but they just don't really want to know. So let's just say they just don't want to know that we have a vampire son. So it's really, really awkward. But either way, so in the last previous update, I showed you guys these two, Peyton DeLuco and I'm just gonna call him BJ. BJ. They had a kid named, let me just go over to this proper one right here. Right here, it's like the whole setup of thing. But they had a kid named, oh my gosh. Oh no. But yeah, they had a kid named, let's see, people. I'm going through the whole process. They had a kid named Hayden. I forgot to add him in this name. Dang it. But yeah, they had a kid named Hayden. So they had a kid named Hayden. And he's so amazing. He's still a baby right now, so that's why he has no picture right there. And with Peyton, she is going to try and convince BJ to basically, put that rock on my finger so we can get married. But you know, Clara, good old Clara, being the bee that she is, I don't like her. Man, she frustrates me all the time. So with Peyton, they are currently like kind of together. They have a child together. They still live in Joseph and Marie's house right now, so they just still live in there. So with this Valentino right here, everything's all kind of good and handy. And what I like about it, it kind of fades. So with Joanna and Valentino, they had a kid named Case DeLuco. And what happened is that they divorced. But the good part about this like family tree website is that when they got divorced, I was able to select another spouse right here to add like married to, divorced to, like this is like married and their kids right here. So it basically fades out Joanna, seeing that's not her kid. So that's something that I really like about that. And all that afterwards, I can click on this little paperclip right here, and it goes to the Song family household, and it goes to Joanna's family tree, which is so cool. And I really do like it a lot. It really makes more sense to see who and what and where, like basically who is related to who, and that's what I like. And it's really, really cool to see how everything kind of ties together. But it's all a little bit different. But either way, it's all good in the head. But let's go ahead and hop into the game to see what this is all about. And I will give you like a brief summary of pretty much everyone. We'll be focusing a lot more on who's family, like who's the person. Right here, we'll be focusing a lot more on Vance Song and see who he is all about and what he's going through in life. And just basically just get an update on him. So Vance Song he's been adopted. He was adopted at the Hutchinson's foster care home. He was an orphan all his life. His mother dropped him off at this foster care home. Didn't really leave a note or anything. She just basically just left him on the doorstep. But either way, so let me go and hop into the game, and I will see you guys in a second. Alrighty guys, so we are back into the game today, and I'm excited. So you can see here we have Vance Song, and of course, if you not see the beginning of the video, because of course it's the beginning of the video. Either way, so this is Vance Song, and he is actually an adopted sibling to Joanna Song. Well, Joanna and oh my gosh, she's been married 2 times. Oh my gosh, no. Joanna Anderson now. But no, Vance Song is an adopted person. So basically his general backstory is that his mother, like if you don't know, I don't know. Well, his mother basically left him on like the doorstep of Hutchinson's foster care home and didn't even know, didn't say, oh, dropping off, left. Basically, that was it. It was just like the Robinsons family, where that one, his name, the blonde kid hair with the glasses, his mother left him on the doorstep as well with no note and all stuff like that. It's the same thing happened to Vance, and it was really, really tragic. She was going through a rough time. She didn't really know what she was doing, and she didn't know who else to take care of the child because the parents didn't really want the child in the first place. Basically kind of almost disowned her. And it was really, really sad. And I just didn't understand, didn't know the father at all, and it was just really, really sad. And the father of Vance just was never there, never really cared, didn't even really know anything about it. And it was just really, it was really sad for her to figure that out, that the father never really wanted a part of his life. And so she had to make a decision either to move out on her own, be alone for all herself, to take care of Vance all by herself without any care, or she drops him off at a foster care home where they take care of him for 18 years. So she had to make a tough decision, and she made the most tough decision of her life. She honestly regrets it, and she doesn't really want to like ever think of doing that ever again. Oh my Lord, what is this plant? Oh, what in the... Oh my God, if it's my mother, I'm going to die. But no, it was just really, really tragic. And it was sad. Oh my gosh, Jung Song, if you do not... why are you angry? Why? I don't understand. Either way, so his mother and his father technically were together, but overall, in a sense of everything, she had to make the tough decision of leaving him on the doorstep, and that resulted of her being very sad and depressed and regret, and that ended up her starting to drink. And after that, it was really also to the point where she almost died from literally from being depressed for so long and being an alcoholic herself. And it was just really tragic. And so after about 16 odd years, after living in the foster care home without being adopted for so long, because he was adopted about 2 times, but it never really worked out for him. The people that adopted him thought he was trouble, always caused drama in the household, never really got along with the siblings. So he was going back and forth. They called him a problem child. They called him a problem troubled child. And that really put a damper on his emotions. And that resulted in him to basically running away and never coming back to that one place that he could call home. So with Jun's song, Vance was on the street in, I believe it was Oasis Springs. He was in the park just kind of jamming out onto his guitar because he's a very musical person. He also wants to become a musical genius when he grows up in life. But with that came a result of him being homeless for so long. And Jun's song was actually walking in the Oasis Springs Park for a while, just kind of catching some fish, and kind of hanging out with Joanna. And so with that, and because Joanna was, at the time, she was an adult. She had her own, she was married to Valentino at the time. And they were just kind of catching up on old times, just seeing how things were going. But at the end of the day, Jae and Jung were actually saw him on the benches, kind of brought him under their wing, and all was all good, and things were really great for him. So after the 3 years of living with Jae and Jung Song, they had a little bit of complication with their health. And it was at the point in time where he had to basically, because they were both retired, they weren't really making enough money. And the bank was going to foreclose their house on them and basically kicking them out on the street. And with that, Vance was old enough to actually get his own job. And so he actually is in another career. He's actually a coffee strain remover. He's in the coffee career, in the barista career right now. And he's still in high school, which is, on top of this, he had to take care of his adopted parents, his parents. He also had to make sure he had good grades, which right now he doesn't. It has been slipping for a while. And on top of that, he also had to basically have a job and basically to pay the rent, or pay the mortgage technically, pay the bills. And it was really hard for him to understand everything. And the audio is just off. I don't know why. But in that span of 3 years, Jung and Jae Song both died, and from actually weak hearts. And it was really sad for them, like really sad for Vance to understand that. And Joanna, for I know, she didn't really care. And I don't know why she didn't care. And it was really upsetting for her, like basically like kicked them to the dust, didn't really care about them at all. Joanna was a really tough child. She really wasn't, I wouldn't say she wasn't really that problem child, but she did have a little bit of a trouble to understand people and kind of just get along with others. But either way, all in the end, things were really great for Vance. He has a new house. He just bought this new house, actually, and I got this off the gallery. I forgot who built it, but I did get this house off the gallery. It's a very small home. It's only under 20K simoleons right now. He is still in high school right now. He's trying to get his grades up, but he does want to try his best to get on the honor roll at the end of his high school career. And right now, he doesn't really know a lot of people because he does work a lot and he basically his life is just like school, work, and home. School, work, and home, that's all he does. And like for the past 3 years, he has done that for so long. Well, no, not for 3, no, because he was 13. He moved out, he was 16. He's 7, not 3 years, no. No, hold up. No, Vance is 19 years old, but he dropped out to move. Yeah, that's right. He dropped out to get the barista career job, and he went back into school to basically go ahead and he went back to school to get his he's getting his GED right now, and he's 19 years old. Yeah, that's correct. I was correct. He was 3 years later, they died, and that's what happened. That's why, like, wait, 16, 17, 18, 19, that's 3 years. Okay, tells you I can't count. But either way, he is 19 years old. He's almost a young adult at this point in time. He has a long way to go, but I have the lifespan along, so he is technically almost ready to age up. He has been doing some meditation to cope with his anger issues and just like mostly just everything in life. He's technically has been I don't know. It's hard to explain when I can't really physically tell you all the details when it goes to showing everything with his family. So if you want like a full more explanation of Vance Song and just Jae Song and just everyone in general, like, and if you want to do a tutorial on that Plumtree app website.com, whatever you want to call it. If you want me to do a tutorial on that, on how to use it and kind of get the whole gist of everything, let me know down in the comments below, of course. But either way, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. I'll probably do like another current household update on Vance Song a little bit more in the next couple of weeks, probably. Either way, always go and like and subscribe, as always. I don't know. Either way, so yeah, I'm just really excited to see how far Vance progresses in his life with his anger issues and his emotions, and see where he goes from there. And I'm just really excited to see how it all plays out in the end. But either way, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. And I will see you guys all in the very next video. Bye!